such an asshole!
Hey everybody, the old Captain Asshole Consulting.com. Go there if you got questions and money, because I charge for my time. I don't give back to the community, cause that's never solved the problem, and it's bullshit. It's for people who are talentless hacks and have nothing to give back, cause who the fuck wants raising awareness? Hello, Mr. Clary. Please keep me anonymous. I wasn't going to ask you this, but you're dating girls you don't like for practice video. Convince me that you wouldn't just take my money and say fuck you. Yeah, I will. No, dude, I'm an asshole, but I'm not a thief. And then I always worry, like, if people have paid me and I didn't do the video and they've never informed me, because sometimes there's email business. So if you pay me and I haven't done a video, let me know. Also, keep in mind, I will double check the figures and make sure you did pay me, but yeah, I do not cheat people out of that money. I'm an 18-year-old male and cannot experience romantic or sexual attraction. I have dated 3 different girls, all of which I dumped after 2 months or fewer. I only asked them out because I just thought that's what you're supposed to do as a guy. I wanted to feel normal. Friends and relatives have since informed me that I probably hurt them emotionally by pretending to like them, but I just can't empathize. Yeah, I'm sorry. I just don't care. And not to sound complainy or everything, but me and every other guy out there went through fucking hell with women, and yeah, you can lead them on a little bit. That little harm you did to them is nothing compared to what's about to come raining down on you and the average man experiences. And as a goodwill gesture, as an olive branch I would like to give to feminists, I want to make sure we treat women genuinely equally in this world. You wanted equality, sweethearts, you're gonna get it. So yeah, don't lose sleep over that. I know they got the okay. Then they learned. They're tougher now. They're becoming just like men. I only asked them out because pretending to like them. I know. Okay, I'm still interested in marrying or something close and having kids, just because I have seen firsthand how important family is in the twilight hours of life. Like you said, people are the most important thing in life, and for me, this includes family. I haven't told anyone else that I don't have romantic impulses because I don't want my friends or family to think I'm some kind of psychopath. I should mention that I have a strong paternal instinct and a mentor, I won't mention what type of team, but a high intelligent team. Point being that despite my problem, I would still be a good father. Yeah, until like you marry a woman just to use her, have kids. Look, I can understand taking a girl out for practice dating, but marrying a woman, that's wrong. That's really wrong. Just so she'll have your kids and you're like, oh, fuck you, bitch. I mean, no, that's wrong. That's where I draw the line. My main question is, how should I live my life with this? How would you live your life if you were my age? And okay, let's go through these one by one. How would I live my life? Well, one, you're fucking 18 and you don't know shit. Okay? There is a chance you're asexual, which is actually a thing. Not one of these 31 Baskin flavors of Robin's ice cream genders that you just pulled out of their ass for lazy fucks who don't want to work hard to feel special about themselves. Alright? So, asexual means you're just not interested. You just have no sexual... And we talked about you being gay. You're not gay. You don't like the guys. And there's nothing wrong with that. The other thing is, again, you're only 18... We talked about your SAT scores and how that correlates to about a 140 IQ. You're incredibly smart, and right now your average 18-year-old, male or female, is dumber than a fucking box of rocks. They're uninteresting. They got nothing to say. You probably see through the public school bullshit. You realize it's all dumb and a bunch of lies and bullshit. There's no one there that's intellectually stimulating you, and you might want to get used to that because very few people are going to be capable of that. So what I'm saying is, I mean... Give it time, go on to school, go to the military, go wherever you're going to go out, and you're going to find a girl inevitably. Don't worry about it. And if you don't, like there's like nothing. There's no spark in the battery. You just can't get that engine to turn over. Nothing wrong with that either. Right? You just happen to be asexual, you just kind of, nah. But the problem that it comes with your kids, you can't have kids. I'm sorry. That's just what it is. You cannot have kids. Kids need... not only a mother and a father, but a loving mother and father who also love themselves. And any woman, whereas I'm hard on women, I think they should be beat around the bush a little bit and bounced around like men are in the real world, grow up with a dose of reality. when it comes to long-term commitment, not like 1 or 2 dates, oh, we went out a month. Well, okay, fucking it's tough shit for you, sweetheart. But you can't say till death do me part under false pretenses and a lie. You will ruin that person's life. That's like effectively murder in terms of wasting their life, and you will destroy that person, and then you will not be able to live with that. All right, so I would not worry. You're 18. You don't know jack fucking shit. You think this is a crisis? It's not. Just give it time. You'll find out. Maybe your hormones will kick in. I don't know. But regardless, if you do remain asexual and you're not going to find a woman, you're just like, well, you don't get to have kids if you have any immorality about you. If you want, maybe you can adopt kids. That's certainly a way to go. You could maybe have a surrogate mother. I think that's unfair to the child. So I think adoption is pretty much your only moral way to go on this one. But, as much as we like to pick on the single moms, children do need mothers as much as they need fathers. And although the father has been supplanted and replaced with the state and a government check, that doesn't mean moms aren't necessary. Moms are absolutely vital. So, yeah, you're not going to get married if you don't fall in love with the right woman. End of discussion, period. Right? And then you'd be using her for having kids. It's horrible. That's a horrible thought. You're not going to do that. Or you could do it, but I wouldn't live with myself. How would you live with your life if you were my age and had no interest in dating? I wouldn't date. You make it sound like you don't have to date. There's nothing wrong with it. Like, a lot of people I don't like nightclubs. It's like, yeah, there's a reason. Because they're stupid. They're a waste of fucking time. That's your brain telling you you're just not intellectually stimulated. I would go hang out with your buddies and your pals and read and do whatever it is you want to do. And when the right girl comes along, the right girl comes along, Or maybe never comes along. There's that potential. But again, you're an 18-year-old dipshit who's all worried, like, oh my God, I'm 50 and I haven't found a woman. Well, I guess it's about time to end my life. I mean, give it time, pal. Go to college, get out in the real world, give it time. Just do your own thing. I wouldn't waste your time trying to find girls on Tinder or Plenty of Fish or whatever. Is it immoral for me to seek someone to build a family with if I can never truly love them? Is that even possible? Well, I already talked about it. It is incredibly immoral, and it is not possible. Is it possible that having love taken off the table could improve my prospects of starting a family with a quality woman? No, a quality woman, by definition, will be one you love and also is quality. You could take love off the table, but then it's just a business exchange, and that's not going to help raise your kids right. It isn't. If you know someone who could better answer this, I would also appreciate a referral. I would go talk to Sandman. He's a YouTuber. He's big into the MGTOW. He actually looked into this single father having a surrogate child, but as a single dad. Usually it's the women that want to have a child and fuck the child and fuck the husband. But Sandman's on that philosophy, and this is where him and I disagree on one thing. But I would talk to him to get the other side of it. He obviously is of the opinion that you don't need a mother to raise a child. I am. But for a referral, yeah. I mean, and I'd be very curious to see his take on it. I would definitely be very curious. I mean, you could say in the olden days, like, especially when there was arranged marriages and, we're going to ship you off and you're going to be set up to marry. I've been listening to the British History podcast, the good one, the one with the British guy, not the pussy out in Portland. Just how they would, like, broker off and use as pawn pieces different daughters and princesses and princes, and okay, we're going to get an alignment over there. That's not, if your goal is, that's for Game of Thrones shit. If you want to raise stable, happy children, you're going to need a loving wife and mother. If more information, respond by email. So there was that, and then we did have another email. Aaron, no problems with the questions. First, there's no physical attraction whatsoever. You said absolutely nothing. As for being gay, I have no interest in men. Okay, actually, all the people as being the same way straight man sees other men. I have not had my IQ formally tested, SAT, G-weighted, blah, blah, blah. Comes out to 140, close social group of 5 to 7 other guys my age who are all fairly extremely conservative libertarian and are mostly quite bright. Yeah, see, I think your IQ is what's doing it. And for social life, I'm quite introverted, so I recharge by being alone. I don't hate spending time with others, but I find it very tiring, so I spend more time online and studying. Yeah, dude, and this is the thing, a lot of people, oh, you got to get out, you got to get out. It's like, no, you're you, and you happen to be an introvert, you just like being in that, and that's fine. But I don't know why you think you got to have a kid at 18. That's the one great advantage of being a male is we can have kids whenever the fuck we want. So you got all the time in the world to find a girl to fall in love with. Don't force it. Certainly do not lie to a woman, say that you want to get married and that you love her just to have kids. Again, I'm perfectly all right dating and getting practice dates. And heck, I'm even for standing girls up or canceling at the last minute. I won't lie, in an element of revenge and a tit for tat, but also I think if men started doing that nationwide, women would start really, oh, it's really rude to do that. Maybe we shouldn't do it. But as a learning experience, and no one's really putting their heart on the table. But marriage, dude, you can't do that. You just can't do that to a person. You will be ruining their life and wasting their life. So, anyway, that's all we got. Best of luck to you. Toodles.